Hey everybody, I'm Tori Johnston, Miss Mississippi's Outstanding Teen 2021, and today we are here with Charles Frazier, the owner of Weidman's, for our first episode of Mississippi Monday, which is just going to be highlighting awesome places across our great state of Mississippi. And today, Mr. Charles is just going to tell us a little bit about Weidman's. Our first question actually is just to tell us about how I got started, and is it true that it's really the oldest restaurant in Mississippi?
It is, yes. We were started in 1870 by a Swiss immigrant named Felix Weidman, who came up, we think, from either Mobile or New Orleans, and found his way up here just due to the confluence of the railroads. So started a restaurant with one counter and 4 stools, and it grew into the 400-seat restaurant that we have now.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Our second question is, we saw on the menu, it said that a few famous people have come through Weidman's. Who are a few of those names that we would know?
Boy, there's been a lot. Since I've been here, we had Robert Plant in, was kind of our biggest. Mike Pence has been in a couple of times, so that was pretty big. Of course, the governor comes in a lot
Yes.
of local politicians, people like that. But Robert Plant, to me, was kind of the biggest and
Yes,
probably
sir.
the coolest. So,
That is awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
it was pretty neat.
And then we also saw that Weidman's has been featured in some TV shows and books. So what are a few of those that we could look into if we wanted to go see
Well, of
that?
course, Mississippi Roads. Walt Grayson did a whole episode on Meridian, but also with Weidman's. We've been in Southern Living a few times, really since the 50s on up until I think our most recent article was probably about 3 years ago. But a lot of local magazines as well, Mississippi Magazine, and also Eat Drink Mississippi. So quite a few. Yeah.
So well, we can go look into that.
Yeah, please do.
Our last question is there a story behind the peanut butter and crackers that is brought to the table whenever we're seated?
There is, and the story behind that is that the legend is, and I can't verify this, but during World War II there was a butter shortage, and we used to put butter and crackers down for each guest, and so we couldn't find any butter, or there was none available. And one of the guests said, "Hey, put peanut butter down," and so we started doing that. We then, well, not we, but the previous owners found somebody to make these handmade peanut butter crocks, and we put the peanut butter in them. And that's the tradition that we revived when we came in 2010 and reopened. And I think the people have really appreciated the fact that we've kind of renewed that. So
Yes,
it's worked out well for
delicious.
us.
And
Yeah.
it's so much fun. Well, thank
It
you
is kind of
so
neat,
much for interviewing today, Mr. Charles. And everyone needs to come stop by Weidman's because we just ate here and it was delicious. So this is the homemade, is it a homemade
It sure
jar?
is.
So it's a handmade jar with Weidman's on it, and the peanut butter is delicious. And today our waiter holding the jar is Steven. Well, thank you, Steven, for being our presenter. And everybody needs to stop by Weidman's. Bye! Hey everybody, we're still in Meridian, but right now we're at the Jimmy Rogers Museum with Miss Leslie, who is a board member for the Jimmy Rogers Foundation. And right now we are in a room with some of Jimmy's old clothes and a replica of an old guitar. This is just so cool. But Miss Leslie, can you just tell us a little bit about Jimmy and his music career and the museum, just in general?
Well, Jimmy just affected the entire world and just changed music for what it was. So we know him today as, you know, the father of country music, but really he did so much more. We can call him the father of rock and roll, the father of bluegrass. He really put so much out there and really changed music today. So his legend, you know, what he left us is amazing. So we have the museum here in Meridian. We're very proud of it. We have a lot of his artifacts, some of his clothing, and as you mentioned, the guitar. We do have the actual guitar, but it's safe in storage, but the actual guitar that Jimmy used is valued as the most expensive guitar in the world. It's estimated to be over about $1 million. So it's kind of neat. So yeah, welcome.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks for coming and learning about Jimmy and the you know, the effect that he had on music today.
Thank you so much. And what are the hours? When can people come visit the museum if they would like to come?
Well, we'll be open this Saturday for the 3 Foot Festival downtown from 10 to 5, so please come by then. Otherwise, we're going to have hours opening soon.
Perfect. Also,
Yeah.
is there a website?
Yeah, you can just check us out at jimmyrogers.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Leslie.
Thank you, Tori.
Bye. Hey everybody, we're back, except right now we are with Elizabeth Wilson, who is the Executive Director of Mississippi Children's Museum Meridian. And right now we are in the Mississippi Children's Museum Meridian in the exhibit called...
Yes, this is our Ladies Playhouse. It is modeled after one of Meridian's jewels, the MSU Riley Center, which is an opera house that's been refurbished and has productions that come to town all year long. And you can tell even to the details on the balcony, to the lights, to the lady above us, which is almost an exact replica of the lady in the museum in the opera house.
So cool. Okay, and then the different exhibits across. I'll show some B-roll after this video, but can you tell us a little bit about the different exhibits and the different age groups that would be interested?
We've got about 10,000 square feet of interior exhibits, and they are all centered around our educational initiatives: health and nutrition, literacy in the arts, and STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So there is a giant 2-story brain that you can climb up in and see how your senses and how your brain controls everything that you do. We have an entire train yard where you can learn about Jimmy Rogers and his influence and play a song with him on the guitar. We have a huge, larger-than-life jet that you can climb up in to pay tribute to our naval air station that we have here. And then we do have some treasures that we're really excited about. We're the only museum in the country that has the rights to replicate Goodnight Moon in a larger-than-life exhibit. So you really do step into the Great Green Room, and it is the backdrop for our Healthy Sleep exhibit. It's been a real favorite. We've seen kids getting bunny ready for bed every day. And one other treasure we have is we have the rights to the fantastic flying books of Mr. Morris Lesmore. It's an Academy Award-winning short film based on a story that William Joyce wrote, a children's book. And it's right next door to this exhibit, but it couldn't be a more fantastical backdrop to kind of the way that stories infuse our own story and inspire our own journeys.
So it's just incredible. I wish that you guys definitely need to come check it out. And I love how Meridian is woven into everything. And so the history and the roots and the culture is in the museum. But can you tell us a little bit about the hours and the age groups and how people can come visit and prices?
Yes, we are open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5, and Sundays, 1 to 6. We are for children ages 0 to 14. And so I know it's hard to work on all children at once.
Here.
So we would, ticket prices are $10 a person.
Awesome. Well, great. Well, everybody needs to come check out the Mississippi Children's Museum Meridian. And is their website?
It is mcmmeridian.org.
Awesome.
Tori.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
So great to have you here.
Thank you. Bye.